Good morning, it is June 19th, so this is the start of the 48-hour Queer Blackathon, which I'm going to be vlogging. I have two books picked out, Rainbow Milk and Sorrowland. I wasn't originally going to do this, I wasn't originally going to attempt this. I already said I was going to do the musical-a-thon, the Happy Hole-a-thon, which I did not start and I don't know if it's still going, and Ancients-a-thon, which again I have not started, so I thought I could at least try and get one of these books done, if nothing else. Yeah, so this is an attempt. Honestly, a little unsure about this one because it sounds amazing and I've heard great things about it. This kind of literary-ish work, so can be very hit or miss for me. So to be honest, I did actually think I was going to be starting with Sorrowland, but that is the book that I managed to misplace, the one that I wanted to start most out of the two of them. We are going to do this, but first, I filmed my wrap up at the start of the month and I've got to edit that, and since I'm up, we're going to try that first and then start reading. Morning, afternoon, it's almost 3 o'clock and I woke up about an hour ago. So odds are this isn't actually going to go up then because I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the book today. I got like 14 pages in yesterday and there's about 370 pages to go, so the odds are not in my favour, but I'm going to try anyway and see how it goes. So I am on to the second part now, Great Bridge, and I was right. The patois, I think, didn't keep going, but I'm not sure if I was right when I said it was a rhythm, but there is something to the writing that continues and it's still really enjoyable, so I'm really happy with that. Okay, so I didn't get it done today. I think I'm on page like 85. So really did not do well today. I think I'm going to keep vlogging actually, because I don't really have anything else for this month. So yeah, I'm going to keep vlogging. I don't know if it's going to be till the end of the month or not, but definitely until this one is finished. And we'll see if I can find Sorrowland. Not to be like oh, I missed this kind of deadline thing and now I'm not going to try. I did have a rough night last night, very hard to sleep, and I have to go out now, so I would like to sleep when I come back, and I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done when I do, so hello, I am tired and so I haven't read anything yet. It's about dinner time. I'm not going to start until after. I'm taking it down with me just in case. And I'll probably get a page or two in at least. I think Mum and I are starting Carmen Sandiego tonight. We finished Hilda, what there is of Hilda, last night and we both screamed because that was not how we were expecting things to go at all. But we really enjoyed that. And Shira before, so hopefully we are on a run with good shows. But yeah, probably not a lot getting read today. So these lovely books arrived today. This one is for Book Group, which reconvenes next month, and this was on Kickstarter. I think they originally tried to get an animated series out of it. There is a 6-minute short that is up on YouTube, and it's really fun and quirky. So, you know, I went for it. So I did manage to get some reading done last night, page 86 to 114. That was just in like drinks breaks between shows, and I think that's going to be how it stays today and tomorrow because I am still very tired. But yeah, hopefully it picks up soon. So, you know how I sometimes keep going on like, oh, I don't really think, like, I'm really tired, but also I have like other sleeping problems. So I don't really know if I want to call myself, I don't want to say I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm just, like I have chronic fatigue because I'm tired all the time, but I don't know if it's the syndrome. Well, guess what I just checked? The symptoms. Yeah, so I guess I also have dumb bitch disease because I definitely have the symptoms. And I guess this is like a relapse period, which is really annoying and bad. And I hate it. So it feels like the consensus with the dialect discourse is that you shouldn't do it. And I felt this way for years, just, looking at writing blogs and stuff like that it's not a great thing to do, it's othering. I don't entirely disagree, but it usually comes to class when I see it. Though, of course, we talk about like characters who are foreign and it's to set them apart. But I usually see it in regards to class, where it's like servants and the working class and poor, and they're written with their dialogue in dialect in order to make them sound uneducated. And that's not great. I do think it's a really shitty thing to do, and I remember the last book that where this really became like a talking point that I saw was by She Who Will Not Be Named, and I don't care about that book. I don't. But seeing that conversation, all I could really think was, I get it. I think you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater though. And I'm bringing this up because this book, which I'm loving, does this. I, like, I'm not here to argue where it begins. I think it's patois. I'm not here to argue with you whether that's a language or not. Yeah, I'm not here to argue with you about that, because they're also spending a lot of time in England, and different accents are coming up, and it's not just the black characters. For instance, there are Australian characters who come in. Okay, so like, I love languages, and I love the evolution of languages, and I love dialects as well. I love accents. I love foreign languages. So I'm not really on team this is an inherently othering thing, and I don't feel that way about this book. It's just given me a lot of feelings about this old discourse, this old discussion, which I feel like there isn't really much. I feel like we've kind of come to a commonly held consensus, and there isn't much room for discussion about it, which I think is a shame, because I don't agree with where we are in the consensus. And maybe I'm wrong, because I'm not tuned into like the wider internet or like literary discussions, but I just feel personally that's the wrong one. And I'm thinking also as well that this is because I'm Scottish, because Scots is an amazing language, but it is also a language without a standard orthography, so there are multiple spellings of a lot of words, which inherently, for me anyway, lends itself to writing in dialect. And I think, for me personally, it makes the book feel more lived in, so I'm really enjoying that. I can't, of course, see whether it is done correctly or respectfully, because I don't know enough about how speech works in that part of the world. But yeah, it has been making me think a lot of Scots. And I do think that is just a very interesting facet of this book. Also, while we're on the topic of Scots, it would be remiss of me not to mention that this is GRT History Month, and the language has taken and shared quite a bit from its Romani and traveller populations. So we're going out today, and I did not bring my book up with me last night, so I ended up starting another one. I'm sorry, I know I'm taking so long with this already. It's a Kindle read. It was recommended by someone I know. It's Piece of Cake by Valentine Wheeler, I think, and it's really sweet. I absolutely adore it. I'm not far in, of course. I think 23%, but it's really lovely. That top row always makes me laugh. So I went in to look for Wild Card, um, because I would like to start the duology, and I would also like to have like a complete series. I'm in the middle of so many, and I didn't get it. I did, however, get this, which is the first book in a duology, so we're doing well. Also, so I've been working on my shelves today, and it's mostly things like art books, like Namaha, one of my favourites. But I also got distracted by this one in particular, which I hadn't read yet, and which is really nice. It is folklore and mythology and a little bit of history. Anyway, I think this shelf is doing pretty well. So these are the art books, of course. These are from series that I've started reading. The Burning God is book 3. Shadow Song is second in a duology. Then we have a collection that I haven't read. Anthologies: Silk and Steel, Unspeakable, Love Beyond Body, Space and Time, an Indigenous LGBT sci-fi anthology, and Talk to Me. I have read. The ones below it I haven't, and then it's French books, most of which are Manfra, and all of which I cannot really read. Rainbow Milk as a title, it's well, we finally got to the title drop, and it hurts. It really hits. So we're gonna have to empty this because of that. But in happier news, this arrived, which is, I think, 4 comics from Quindry Press, which is the UK publisher. 5, no, 4, which I backed on Kickstarter, and I'm really excited about. Not to be like Scottish, but it is so hot. Summer is so hot this year, and I can't sleep, and I hate it. I think it's been 2 or 3 days since I filmed anything, and even at that, I wasn't reading much. I think that was kind of obvious. I'm gonna give it a big push today because I'm not gonna be able to do much reading tomorrow, and wherever we get to, I'm gonna stop the vlog today. Yeah, that's basically where we're at. We are still in slump isn't the right word. A flare up, I think. But yeah. So I now have orthostatic intolerance in my vocabulary, and that has been useful. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. I'm really sorry, guys. There's like 20 minutes until tomorrow, until the 30th. And I'm not gonna do it. I got like 4 pages read today. It was way too hot out there. And then I just couldn't cool down. So